to understand the organization, MBA is a must. It gives you a platform where you can start from and understand, the functioning.
A need of the hour that you need to have a proper understanding about the basic concepts of how does really business work.
It gives you a holistic view on management. Also the technical expertise that you require in the real life corporate world.
MBA offers you great careers, both in terms of the challenges that it throws at you as well as the growth opportunities that it provides.
MBA provides you with vast career opportunities and help to develop your professional networking in leaps and bounds.
It also opens up so many different avenues for an individual that it's just a prerequisite in today's times.
First, the current economic scenario, and secondly, the rapid expansions that we see today in terms of the companies that already exist as well as the number of companies that are coming up.
It's basically, making the person work hard, make him more dedicated, and hone his leadership and managerial skills, which is very, very important, which might not happen. You might have leadership and managerial skills during graduation, but give it a proper shape and hone it. MBA is a must.
I have a work experience of 18 months at Accenture, and while working I realized how important it is to have an MBA, and that's why I'm here at IMT Nagpur.
The pedagogy we follow in this institute is little different from other institutions because we believe in that the students should be independent thinkers.
The faculty is empowered to use any tool of his choice according to the course. And a vast array of pedagogical tools are used, like your case studies, role plays, simulations, live projects.
The group dynamics is very important, and for the group dynamics we give the students some group assignments, and for making independent thinker we give them independent projects also.
In a group we have people from different academic backgrounds, people with variety of work experience from different companies, different industries, people with different areas in India, geographies in India. This contributes a lot to the discussion. The way people from different places, they think differently. This is very helpful when it comes to group discussions.
You get to know so many different point of views. There is just one problem, but then you get to know that the same problem can be looked at from so many different angles. So that is something that is a good learning from a peer group discussion.
The students, they collect a lot of information, they synthesize, and they come to certain conclusion. And those conclusions are shared with other students. And also it is evaluated before a council of faculty members.
With simulations, projects, case studies and even online exams as part of the package.
So this way we prepare our students independent and they are capable of working in the group, which is very, very essential for working in a company for decision making process.
This case has so many concepts that are hidden.
For us from moving like an idol, which is very beneficial.
And there is great possibility to integrate these concepts. And concepts like relationship marketing, customer intimacy, customer satisfaction, and issues like why satisfied customers defect are all included in the case.
The best part about the Harvard Business School cases that we get to study here at IMT is the amount of detail that is mentioned in these cases, be it the financials, the background of the company, the protagonist, the problem at hand, the exhibits about employees, turnovers, etc. The amount of detail that is mentioned in these cases, how it really helps you in being analytical and developing that perspective of analyzing every problem from a holistic approach.
Basic trump card of Starbucks was product variety and the customer orientation that they offered, but gradually they lost track of the customer orientation that they had.
There was a point of time I thought there was no competitor to Starbucks because it had a great vision which it followed, but later on with the changing customers that and the flexibility that it had to incorporate in its working culture, it had to meet the demands of the customers.
I strongly believe what a manager does, it does it through decision making. See, I expect the students to take decisions and logically support their decisions. And in fact, I also look for decision implementation. How would they implement the decision? And when it comes to decision making, I really expect them to generate several alternatives. And if they've chosen one alternative as a decision, I want very clear explanation about why did they drop certain alternatives and how did they pick one particular alternative.
I'm very excited about the case discussion that's going to take place tomorrow in the class. Just 2 hours back we had a very heated discussion about the facts about Starbucks that we discussed, and it's not possible for each one of us to go through all the facts about the company that we are going to study. So I'm very excited because I'm very sure the viewpoints of the others are going to add to my knowledge about Starbucks, and I'm going to get a whole new perspective about the case. So let's see what happens.
We have a lot of places where you can eat and hang out. First of all, we have the mess, which gives you the regular meals, be it the lunch, dinner or the breakfast. Secondly, for your late night snacks, we have the cooperative store that is open till 2 at night. Then we have the Frost and Fun, which is an entrepreneurial venture by a college student, which is open till 3 at night. And then we have the canteen, which is open till 4 at night.
They have everything stocked up, and students do not feel that they're deprived of the basic necessities. You have FNF, which is a milkshake and juice center, which is again run by students, and it was actually started by two of the students from our batch. Campus Oxygen, which provides laundry services, which is a must to actually maintain sanitation and hygiene in a campus environment.
The infrastructure here, it would be an understatement if I say that it's totally mind captivating. And the library boasts of some of the best journals and e-resources that I've come across so far.
Our library has been ranked as one of the best B-School libraries in the country, as well as the great placement opportunities that our college offers. These are a few reasons why I chose IMT as my college.
you need the case discussion to be very fruitful. It should lead to the right way, and it should be mentally stimulating. It should actually bring about new ideas, and the thought process should be redefined.
Okay, others will start thinking it's a huge success, yes, and it builds up the brand very fast.
Accessibility is a very important point because one of the experiments very clearly mentioned. If you see specifically from the beginning itself, I was focusing on one particular point, that Starbucks is a company which is pretty much renowned for its customer intimacy and product innovation as such. At the same point in time, there were others who said that okay, probably this is something that Starbucks would have been focusing on in earlier times. At this point in time, it's sort of a slight bit of commoditization on the services that they might need to really think about, so as to serve the new set of customers as such.
That was also overlooked.
Are you talking about the coffee growers?
Yes, sir. From that.
And the strong supply chain.
It is very fascinating how people can have an entirely different opinion or an analysis on the case that you've analyzed yourself.
How are they able to do it?
My point of view towards Starbucks changed completely. And the case discussion actually brought about new facts about how important it is for a service organization to keep revamping its quality and standard of service. It's very, very important. You can have a standard service and it might be still a market leader, but it's just becoming standard. There should be flexibility in the way you provide a service.
The environment was highly energized. We were a bunch of really opinionated people, so whoever was making a contribution, it was being analyzed and dissected from all angles. I contributed thrice. The first point was very well taken, so I got really excited and I thought, let me contribute again. The next time I made a contribution, it backfired and I was like, oh my god, why am I here? I wanted to run away. But then I eased myself down and I thought, okay, I'll make some sensible point.
How did this company, which was doing phenomenally well, what went wrong? It's simply chaotic. Each one tries to come out with his own viewpoint about the case, and each sometimes when we have group-wise discussions, we have each group comes out with a different solution. So, in fact, more the differences, more is good for the learning.
IMT Nagpur is a preferred location for corporates who want short-term training programs for their executives.
And what happens in a company is, while you're doing your daily routine job, you forget a lot of things. So an MDP's purpose is to train people, or in a way bring them back to things that they might have forgotten. And IMT Nagpur in the last few years is doing much better.
NTPC, SAIL, Geological Survey and many more are on a regular client list for the same.
The purpose is solved here, and in 7 years we could see top companies are reaching here, including Asian Paints, Berger, ICICI, TCS, and the kind of hiring we have, the kind of alumni network we have, and the kind of feedback which we get from the company shows that we are doing our thing right.
Industry and alumni relations here are excellent. Over 1400 alumni keep in touch and help us out in every which way for summer internships, placements and the rest.
Students take active roles as members of various students managed committees and forums. They organize various institute as well as national level cultural activities like annual B-School Fest, drama, dance, music, literary and various creative activities. As a chairperson of Students Affairs, I simply provide a supervisory role to them.
Here at IMT we follow a very tight schedule. We have classes from 8 o'clock in the morning to 6 in the evening.
So the life actually begins at night. We have so much to do. It's like all the forum activities take place at night.
All major sporting events are held late in the evening. For example, Mahasangram and Ranbhumi, two of the major sporting events, are held in a grandiose fashion. For example, our football field is lit with nearly 28 floodlights, and it gives you a virtual feeling that you're playing in a stadium. We also have a facility for golf for all the golf lovers. In fact, even our director plays golf along with us.
Begin from 6 o'clock in the evening and go until 6 o'clock in the morning. So all I can say is IMT never sleeps.
Sports and physical activities is at times an undermined concept when it comes to managerial learnings. At IMT Nagpur, it is deemed as a necessity for young budding managers.
IMT's focus is always on preparing the students for a life in business and how to make them excel in their managerial careers.
Best in class faculty, great infrastructure, along with good academics. These are compelling reasons, along with good placements from some of the best recruiters, for you to consider IMT Nagpur as a place of your choice.